And we are live. Hey everyone, my name is Sam and welcome back to another stream on Le Craft. On the craft that was made by a good man named Notch. He was cool. And then he sold it to Microsoft. I don't know where I'm going with this. You guys know that I'm shit at doing live stream intros, so just bumble over everything I'm saying. But we're back for more Minecraft, otherwise known as my weekly podcast. Hello, Fitz. Yes, back for the weekly podcast, basically. And Disney's here as well. How you doing? How's everyone doing tonight? We're still in the Sniffer Grove. I honestly think we're just gonna continue with this. But I do need some more pickaxes. I do also need some more, well, I will need some more iron at some point. Oh yeah, also, something funny. I'll take the ladder. Ugh. Excuse me. I'll take the ladder up because this chest is, I think I'm gonna put stuff that is gonna go in the grove in this chest. Lots of vines, lots of naturey stuff. Yeah, my day went alright. I tell you what, working on the Speckles timeline video is really, it's getting to me now, because I remember I told you guys, like when I first started working on it, which was, must have been, well, I say when I first started working on it, when I first started editing it, which must have been at least a month ago at this point, at least. I said just like, oh yeah, it's so fun to edit this. Yeah, and as it went on, because this is definitely, I think, one of the longest editing projects I've ever done. Definitely on par with the Dinotopia stuff. Yeah, it's really getting to the point now where I'm just like, yeah, can this just be done already? Like, and it's still going great. And although the problem is, though, I've found as I've gone on, because I recorded all of the commentary in a single day, and I've sort of seen that as I've gone on, it took me about, it literally took me like an entire day to record the commentary, and as I've gone on, I've heard, like, I'm hearing myself have less enthusiasm, which is really annoying. Oh yeah, we really need some more iron, actually. Have we got any? No, we don't. Right, well, in that case, I think I'm gonna save... there's no point, we can make a stone one. We might have to go mining at some point during this stream, then. Just for the point of running out of pickaxes. Well, iron to make pickaxes. So yeah, it's getting to the point now where I really want it to just be done. But I am excited for it to be done, and it is fun, it is a fun thing to edit. It's just getting to the point now where I really just want it to be done because I've spent so long on it. I'm actually considering premiering it. Because I don't do premieres very often. I think I've hardly done any premieres at all. If you don't know what a premiere is, it's basically where you can set your video to go live at a certain time, and it plays sort of like it plays for everyone for a first time, and there's like it's like a live stream. It's like it plays live for the first time, and there's like a live stream chat. Oh yeah, realistic shader clouds. It's very nice. It's funny because I was saying, actually, I don't know if I've ever said this, but I might have said it, but I've definitely said to other people, like, since I started playing with shaders, I just can't go back. However, I have played without shaders, before. Sorry, I'm just getting engrossed in the music, because I don't know what this piece is specifically, but, it's a good one. Yeah, I was saying, like, you know, everyone will say, it's like, once you start playing with shaders, you can't play normal Minecraft again. I've played normal Minecraft, like, without shaders, and it still looks good. Sometimes the shaders can also, you know, sometimes the shaders can be a little intense. You know, a bit overwhelming. So, you know. Oh, we've got some more iron in here. That's great. We can make another iron pickaxe. But yeah, sometimes the shaders can get a little intense. And you just want an easy experience on the eyes. But yeah. Again, like, I know you guys are probably sick of, oh, nice. I was gonna say max leveling. What is the max level, bloody no. What is the max level on Miitopia? I know there must be one, but it's a pretty extensive process to get to, max level. Oh yeah, 50, of course it is, isn't it? Oh, good job on getting it that far. I'm gonna say that's leveling up to that level is you know, it's an extensive job. On my original Miitopia playthrough, where I played I finished the game, I didn't even get that high. Oh, hey, Addy! And hey, King, as well. I hope you guys are having a good time. Where you at? And thank you. I can't believe that. Thank you. It means a lot that that of all the things you could do whilst chilling on holiday, you watch little old me. I hope you guys are doing alright. Yeah, so I didn't even, I don't know what level I got to. Oh, nice. I believe I've been there a few times. Once, twice. Not sure, I don't really remember the places I've been. Not in England, they all just sort of blur together. I remember the places I go abroad, because I've only been abroad a couple of times. I need to put this bloody seed in the chest. Well, I hope you guys are having a great time. And again, it's so funny, and I appreciate it so much that of all the things you guys could be doing while on holiday, chilling, you decide to come and say hello. I appreciate that. Yeah, I know you guys are probably just tired of hearing about the Speckles timeline video, but I just can't stress enough that I really think it will be the video to properly launch the channel. I mean, we are starting to pick up a bit, like, the views have been going up and the subs per day have been going up. I got an achievement today because I use, I think it's Video IQ or whatever it's called. It's like a plugin that you can get for YouTube, like a Chrome extension. Oh, hey, mate. And it gives you, like, it helps, it shows you, like, advanced statistics, and it gives you, like, video ideas based on what's popular and, like, what you're doing on your channel and stuff like that. And I got an achievement in the July, no, not July, that's this month. Last month, June, was actually the best month that I've ever had for subscribers. I think I got 80 total new subscribers in the month of June. So the numbers are going up, and I am starting to make videos that are getting more views, which is good. And I tell you what, it is very nice, like, when you've just got to a holiday place, like, where you're staying and you're just chilling, like, when you've unpacked everything. That is very nice. Yeah, thanks, Disney. Again, like, I really think it will pull numbers. Mostly because of the thumbnail. Obviously, the thing is, right, obviously, you know, it doesn't matter how good a video is if people don't click on it. So obviously, you got to have a good thumbnail, and I do believe that the Speckles timeline video is one of, if not the best thumbnail I think I've ever made. I think it might actually be the best thumbnail I think I've ever made. Right. So we had a 3-1 and then a 4-1 and then a 3-2 and then a 2-3. So the next one should be a 1-4. Yes, right. So so we need to get rid of all of this. This is so much to clear out. Oh wow, you're going way back. Okay. I guess we'll just water bucket up here. Because obviously I've been, I've told you guys, like, I've been doing YouTube for a long time, so I have many years of experience in doing different things, like the thumbnails and the editing and stuff. And I have just sort of always, you know, I've looked at other people's thumbnails and seen what they're doing and everything. But I genuinely think that the thumbnail for the Speckles timeline video is like the most, I don't know, I was gonna say official, but that doesn't really sound like the right word. Also, I just saw through a terrain glitch. No, I can't, it doesn't work like that. I think I just saw through a terrain glitch that we might be getting a bit close to the surface, which is a little bit of a worry. We might have to do some terraforming. Because this has gone quite high. Yeah, cause I don't want to say official, because that just is just not the right word, I don't think. But, like, I think it's, professional is probably the word I'm looking for, because, you know, we all see those, like, really professional looking thumbnails, and, like, for big, like, sort of, like, I don't know, like, gaming documentary style videos and all that sort of stuff. And I think it looks the most professional of the thumbnails I've ever made for the channel. So I'm very proud of it. And I think that will help it get the views. I'm not sure if I showed you guys the original thumbnail I had planned for it. I think I might have done. I know I showed you guys the thumbnail that I am going to feature for it. But I'm just glad, I'm really glad that I decided to go, yeah, this one's alright, but I could definitely make a better one. So I think that if I'd used the original thumbnail, it still would get views, but it won't get anywhere near as many views as I think it will because of the more professional looking thumbnail. Yes, I do. That is something that I said I was going to do in this stream, because the Minecraft ones are the more relaxed ones, so it's basically like a fucking podcast. And some of you know I have good experience in podcasts. I even named one time. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Right, I'm just scrolling, here we go. Let's have a look at this. Right. Yeah, let me just download the bloody, it's just a text document. Oh, bloody hell. Right. Yeah, I know, mate. But the thing is, right? And this is actually, I will get on. I know you want to hear my opinion, Disney. I will get onto it in a second, I promise. But the thing is, right? It's not all bad, because that era of my experience on the platform, granted, overall, it was generally, like, looking back on it, there were a lot of things I sort of overlooked that should have been, like, red flaggish. Um, but I just didn't really want to pick up on it because it was my first time collaborating with other people properly like that. But it's not all bad, because that showed me a lot about myself. Um, Plus, it actually gave me the confidence to start, because I like, because, you all know my real name's Sam, but I like the idea of having a YouTube nickname, um, because, that is fun to me, um, and, you know, um, it makes me feel, because, I am, while my, obviously my name is Sam, I'm not really Sam to all of you. I'm Prince. That's who I am. I'm the guy playing games who you watch and supporting all the obscure franchises that brought you all here. So, it feels nice to, you know, it's like having a well, not a secret identity, but bloody hell. It's like an alternate identity. It's fun. And it gave that sort of era, um that sort of era of, oh, well, there you go, a J. I'm probably still gonna call you Disney because that's what I've gotten used to. I'll probably just flick between them, to be honest. But, like, and that era of them calling me that, gave me the confidence to sort of, because, it's funny me saying that, because despite that, my intro is still, hey everyone, my name is Sam. So it's still Sam in the intro, but, I probably ought to change that, to be honest. Because I do like the nickname. And that era gave me the confidence, like, them calling me that gave me the confidence to start sort of, the word that keeps coming to my head is enforcing that. That's not the right word at all, but sort of, going ahead with that and sort of taking that as my name on YouTube. So I hadn't really done that. So, it's not all bad. But anyway, yes. Fucking Arthur movie, yes. So, basically, for anyone who doesn't know, I run a channel and a Discord as well, for the movie, and supporting the movie franchise Arthur and the Minimoys. And if you've not seen it, then I would definitely recommend it. Bloody Nora. God, we've gone through what? Two pickaxes? Three pickaxes? Two and a bit pickaxes? Just clearing one bit? Jesus. But yeah, I run a channel, or ran a channel at least, debating about how to proceed with the other channel, called The Casual Prince. Big surprise there. About a movie franchise called Arthur and the Minimoys, and that was my first. Obviously, you guys know that nowadays I do so much obscure shit, but that was the first. That was the first time that I sort of forayed into something obscure. Oh bloody hell, my hair is awful. That was the first time that I went into something obscure and made videos on it, but that was an entire channel focused on one thing. And that was the first sort of proper channel that I did. And again, if you haven't seen it, then I'd recommend if you go to The Casual Prince, that other channel, and join the Arthur Discord, you will probably just pick up information about it. But I guarantee you that most of you who haven't seen it, who like most of the stuff that I do, will probably like it as well, because you know it's a fantasy movie series, portal fantasy. It's got lots of lore behind it, so you know I'm sure you guys should probably enjoy it if you haven't seen it already. Right, so that's a 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 2, 3. Then this will be a 1, and then 4 going that way. Yeah. Oh, we've seen them. I was going to say, that's the thing. Most people, well, it's really confusing. And I mean, Disney will know this, but it's really annoying because most people haven't actually seen the proper versions, because the proper version was only properly sold in other countries, like outside the US and the UK and all the major places. So they, like, most people who know about it will have seen the version that had bits cut out from it. It's not the proper version. But there are benefits to seeing both, because it's not that one version of the first film is better than the other. They both have their strengths and they both have their weaknesses. Then again, I can't say the same for the fact that most people believe it's 2 movies and not 3, because in the US and the UK and a bunch of other places probably, they put 2 movies into 1 movie and cut out a bunch of really good scenes. However, we're not talking about that, but basically, Disney asked ChatGPT, you know, the AI chatbot that you've all heard about. Right, so this is gonna be 1. Yeah, the chatbot that you've all heard about. They asked ChatGPT if a remake of the first movie was to be made, what improvements could be made to it, and they wanted me to have a look at it. Right, so how am I gonna do this? This is really awkward to do. Oh wow, I didn't know that was a thing. Mate, can I? No, I can't. Favorite mythological creature is easily every single day of the fucking week gonna be a dragon. Every single day. I think we've talked about dragons before and how I prefer wyverns, like, because I think they're more realistic, or look more realistic. But, right. So it's come up with 6 different things, So let me have a look what Chat GPT has to say about my favorite movie. Well, it's not okay. It's not my favorite movie. It's definitely not my favorite movie. It's one of my favorite movies. I honestly don't even know what my favorite movie is. So I don't really think I have a favorite movie. I just have lots of movies that I like a lot. Oh, it's really fucking irritating. There we go. The old hop glitch. Save the day. Yeah, Minotaur's not a bad shout. Right. Okay, so the first thing it has up is character development. Just gotta make sure I don't fall off and kill myself. The original film had an interesting concept, but the characters lacked depth and complexity. A remake could focus on giving the main characters more defined personalities, backstories, and internal conflicts, making them more relatable and engaging for the audience. Right, what do I think about that? Well, Arthur's backstory is pretty simple. There's not really much to cover about that. I mean, even the book doesn't, like, I don't really think there's much to cover because he's a 10-year-old kid. But I do see where it's coming from in that regard. God, it's really scary that an AI, that we can ask an AI about this and it can come up with genuinely good points. Bettermish, I can, well, I don't think, I think maybe it definitely, some of them definitely lack complexity. Like, Bettermish is just the comic relief. I think the most complex of the main characters is probably Selenia. Again, she's not that complex, but I think of the main three, she's definitely the most complex. Mate, you have no idea how many people have commented on my videos on Arthur and have said that. No, the amount of people that have said that and are just like, oh my god, I can't. It's really weird that Arthur's only 10 years old and Selenia is 1,000 years old. I don't understand. And this is not a jab at you, mate, but I honestly don't understand how people keep misunderstanding this because it is literally stated. Fuck. It is literally stated in the movie. She says, Selenia says, and Bettermish says, well, because Arthur learns it from Bettermish first. Selenia will be 1,000 in 2 days. Then in the bar scene, she explains that the age equivalent, you count the years in Selenial blossoms. And then he asks the question, how old does that make me? And she literally says the words, about the same age as me. So they are the same age. Selenia is around 10. We don't know if she's a little older or a little younger, but they are the same age. So it's not that he's a 10-year-old going out with a 1,000-year-old woman. They are the same age. Oh, hey, Aragon. Yeah. Again, you ought to give it a watch. The thing is, right, and this is a thing that you guys won't know. Only Disney will probably know this. The Arthur channel has gone through some bad shit because it got denied monetization because a bunch of the old videos I used to do are copyrighted, and now I can't monetize it until I get like 4,000 watch hours. But I don't want like I want to do more Arthur videos, but they won't get money. And I really need them to make money now, obviously, because, you know, I'm 21 and I'm out of university. I need to start getting money. And I can't afford to spend the time making these videos if they're not going to be earning me money. And this is an exclusive, right? This is something that I've not discussed with anyone, and it's something that I'm considering. I'm considering moving all of the Arthur content that I do to this channel. I don't know if that's what's going to happen. I don't know whether that's actually something that I'm going to go through with. That's just something I'm considering. Because the problem is, in order to... because the Arthur channel already has a good following. And the videos I make on that channel get decent views. And I think if I uploaded on that channel, if it was monetized, it would get, you know, semi-decent revenue in comparison to this channel. Because, like I said, I have been making more successful videos on this channel as of late. But generally, this channel still gets lower views than the Arthur channel does, generally. Like, overall, the average video, like, any video that I make on the Arthur channel will probably get over 100 views, at least. But the problem is I can't monetize that shit unless I get... and I'm not even anywhere near close. And to get those 4,000 watch hours, I'm gonna have to make, like, a bunch of videos and get a bunch of watch hours. Ooh. Hold the phone. Oh, this is fine. This could actually... Oh, this is gonna be a ball ache to... Oh. This is gonna be a real ball ache to mine out and deal with. Fuck. But I can't... So, the point is that, like, in order to get those watch hours, I need to make a bunch of videos. But then those are really good videos that will get loads of views, and they won't be making me anything. And I'm obviously not trying to be greedy. I'm trying to be, you know, just logical here. You know, I want these videos to be successful for me so that I can keep doing it. But, you know, so I don't know. I don't know what to do. That is my answer. I'm in such a, like, and I don't... It's the reason I haven't automatically done it is because, honestly, I don't really want to. Because I've had that channel since 2018. I've had so many memories on it. And that it's, for one, it's got, like, 1,500 more subscribers than this one does. And transferring subscribers from one channel to another is incredibly difficult. I know that from experience. So, you know, I don't know what to do. It's really pissed me off. Yes, Keegan, I did have a look at your storage tower, and I will see... We will see you around, mate. You can build pretty well, Keegan. I was impressed with the design. So yeah, that's the thing it's been in the back of my mind, because it's stressing me out, because I have a lot of people, actually, who are starved for Arthur content. and they want to see more Arthur content, and I'm facing this dilemma here. So, but the thing is, and the other reason I don't want to bring, the other reason I don't want to bring more fucking, if the reason I don't want to bring the Arthur stuff over to this channel is because I know if I do that, then I won't make as much. Because it will just be another one of those franchises that is a part of this channel. And I've got a lot of them now, and there are even more to come. Like, I mean, it gives me options, which is fine. I've discussed that before, you know, it's good to have different stuff that I can do. I can do anything, I can talk about anything. You know, like all of the franchises that I've covered thus far, and all the ones I plan to cover, you know, there's a lot of them. You know, Max Steel, Legend of Spyro, Dinotopia, Dinosaur King, Speckles is obviously going to join the roster. I want to add Dragonheart to it at some point. The Gone series that I'm reading that I told you about. Primeval and Primeval New World. So, you know, there's a lot of different things that I'm adding to the sort of repertoire on my channel. And I know if I add Arthur to that repertoire, I don't even know if that's the right word. I don't think it is, but it might be. But I know that if I add Arthur to the list, then I won't do as much as I would do if I had an entire channel focused on it. So I don't know what to do. And this has genuinely been something that's been stressing me out as well, because I feel like I'm letting people down by not doing this, because, you know, I've done a lot of things to do with obscure franchises, but Arthur is the one that I've done the most for. You know, Max Steel, you know, I made the one video that got a lot of views, and then I waited like 2 fucking years to make the part 2. Speckles, I uploaded the English clips on Casual Productions, so that was, you know, that benefited a lot of people, but it was just clips, it wasn't content. But Arthur, you know, and I don't want to sound arrogant when I'm saying this, but it is just the truth. I brought hope to that franchise, because before I had started making content on it, there was no one was doing Arthur content, no one even remembered the franchise, and then I started doing content on it, and it really took off, and I was writing my books about it as well that I've talked about before, and my books now are on like 40,000 reads, so, you know, they are really, like, people are behind me on this, and because, and I could have handled the situation better. To be honest, I should have just deleted, and I didn't want to, obviously, I didn't want to, because it would be deleting my hard work. But for those of you who don't know, I basically had to delete so many of my old videos on the Arthur channel, and it killed me, because obviously those are videos that I put time and effort and love into, and I had to destroy them. I downloaded them, obviously, but all the comments and everything I had, you know, they go with the video, so it's a very fitting sad music for this story. But the fact is that obviously, like, and I applied for monetization and I got denied once, and I was a fool, I was an idiot, I should have just deleted, like, because what I did is I deleted every video with major copyright claims. I should have just deleted every copyrighted video, and then we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place. But I pushed myself, thanks to me not thinking it through properly and hoping, I mean, I shouldn't have been surprised, to be honest, because YouTube's never been the most intelligent site for helping creators. Fucking hell, over the last couple of years. It's only gotten worse. But... Are we out of pickaxes, by the way? Oh my god, we are. But thanks to me not thinking it through, I've pushed myself into a corner where I can't do anything. And I don't know what to do. Because I know that these videos would do really, really, really well. My only option... I don't know what to do. I honestly don't. But my only option is to make videos for the channel again. And it will kill me that those videos do well. And then all those views that could be earning me income are just going to waste. Because I don't have the channel monetized. It's killing me. I don't know what to do. Because I don't have a choice. I have to make... If I want the channel to get monetized and have that chance, I have to make videos on it. So, yeah, I don't know what to do on that channel. It's a dilemma that I don't know how to solve. Because my mindset was... let me just shove some stuff in the chest. My mindset was that... when I got the Arthur channel back up and running again, because I don't think I need to tell you that this channel is my main priority now, which has reverted from what I said back in the day, because originally, because the Casual Prince precedes, it came before this channel. I started the Casual Prince when I was still doing Players Adventures, my original gaming channel. But my mindset was that I would focus on this channel primarily, but there would be at least one Arthur video a week on the Casual Prince channel. But I know that if I start doing it again, it will do well. And then, you know, that's wasted views. And some people can easily, and I know some people can easily say, well, that's, you know, that's selfish of you because you're thinking more about the money than about making content. And I guess, you know, you could argue that. But, you know, it's very easy for people to say that when you're not, like, when you're in school or in, you know, when you're still in school or college or uni or... I'm gonna make the assumption that there's been an Enderman in my house. You know what, that's gonna stay there. That dirt block can stay there. What's your grass block now? Oh, that's nice. Oh, thirst quenched. So yeah, you know, it's easy for people to say, oh, you know, that's selfish because you're thinking more about the money and yourself rather than making content. And yeah, it's easy for people to say that when, you know, they are still in school or in college or whatever, and they don't need to start earning a living. Because I do. So, you know, I have to think about all the different areas of it. So, I don't know. And the thing is, I want to keep the Arthur stuff separately. That's the point. I don't really want to integrate Arthur content into what I'm doing here. Because while obviously it is a franchise that I am really passionate about, it doesn't, I don't think it fits with the other stuff that I do on it. Doesn't, because I sort of have, I want to say I have a sort of different personality for the Arthur channel. And you know, the sort of image that I've built up for myself on this channel doesn't translate to the sort of image I've built for myself on the other channel. So I don't really want to put them together, but I don't know what to do. I'm stuck in a corner. Alright, well, we need to go mining now. Because we are out of iron. I guess we just have to use a stone pick. How are we doing for torches? Have we got any spare? No, but we do have some coal. So yeah, I would say I don't think anyone here will have any suggestions of how to sort, because there is literally, because I have two options. Option A is continue posting on the Arthur channel and lose money, basically, which will happen. Or move the Arthur stuff to this channel, which I don't want to do. So I don't really have an answer. I think really the only thing this is a possibility. I could I was gonna say I could do live streams on that channel, but I already stream 4 times a week. And it's just gonna be exhausting. There's gotta be something, but 4,000 watch hours, that's a lot of watch hours. Like, literally, if I to put it into perspective, if I uploaded an hour-long video, I'd need 4,000 people to watch it to get that. I suppose I could try and do something to, you know, try and do something like that. I don't know. That's a thing. That's a thing for another day. I'm surprised how little diorite we have compared to andesite and granite. Right, let's go mining. Let's find some iron. I'm trying to think where'd be the best place. I mean, I don't really think it's worth going in the deep cave over there. Let's try and look for another one. Plus, most of that will be deep slate iron, and we can't even mine that. I should have saved one pickaxe. Although I do have the diamond one. No, that's almost out of durability, and I want to save it. About over there. Wait, isn't this just... No, this is just the entrance to the big cave, right? Which probably wasn't the best idea, like, going out. As soon as it started turning to night. Right here. No, that just leads straight back in. Yeah. This place really is a powder. Oh, that's our house. I was like, wait a minute, what is that? That's our house. I got turned around for a second. Right, there's some mountains over there. Let's go look for a good cave. Did I just hear a drowned? I swear I heard it drowned. Or was that the squid? Do squids even make noises? I know they make, like, the hissing sound when you whack them. I don't think they make noise in... Like, I don't think they make ambient noise. At least I've got plenty of food. I've got proper food this time. Oh, cave. Let's put the torches in the offhand. Sorry for what, Disney? This is just going to be one of those caves that isn't anything. Yeah, there's nothing here. It's just some gaps in the side of a mountain. Oh, that could be something, maybe. Probably not. Oh, hello. Whoa. Whoa! Holy shit nuggets. Now that's more like it. Let's put some water down there. Right. Or is this a better one? Oh, there is some iron down there. Back for more water. Look at that. Look at that. Let me just... Oh. Right. Back we go. Wee splash. Where is this iron? I saw it. Do not lie to me. Here it is. Oh, nice. There's a decent amount of it. And some mobs somewhere. Oh, nice. 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 Oh, there's some more down there. I can hear bloody zombies. I was gonna say, Disney, I think you're a little bit behind on the stream, considering you've only just replied to that question. Ah, get out of the water. Get out of the water. But yeah, I appreciate that. Again, I just don't know what to do. I need to just take some time and think of a solution. Because I don't know whether to, like... Because I think one of the best videos that, will do well... Like, I don't want to upload the ones that'll do really well, because, you know, I want to profit off of those. So, you know, I just need to try and think up a solution. On me. Oh, wow. Ugh. Well, if you like drag the you know, the bar, the red bar to like the right, that should put you, you know, as present as you can be, Disney. Hey Seymour, and hey Jacobs. Happy birthday, Jacobs. I remember it's your birthday today. Hope you've had a good day. Or are having a good day. I don't know what time it is for you. So yeah, I just need to try and take some time and think up a solution. Because I want to do Arthur content. I have moments where, and sort of times where I'm not into it, and I don't feel like doing content for it. Which is why it's good I've got this channel, because, I think that's what makes me, more sort of hopeful about this channel, in that I'm not dedicating everything, like, about this and about this job to one thing. Like for instance, like people, obviously there are a lot of people who focus on one thing, like they just do videos on one thing. You know, like, Star Wars Theory, for instance, you know, like he just, well, I was gonna say he just does Star Wars, but I'm pretty sure he does have, like, other channels where he talks about other famous franchises, like Harry Potter and stuff. But, like, I don't think it's healthy, for a YouTuber to do something like that, because then the passion goes away, and that's, I think, what kind of happened to me with Arthur a little bit, because I focused so much, I've focused on Arthur specifically. Before I was fully focused on the gaming channel, I focused on Arthur so much, and not only that, I tried so hard to keep my inspiration levels up for it, and you guys know that, you know, like, inspiration, if you try and force it, sometimes that can make it even worse. For a long time it did work, like I managed, because my initial discovery that led to the creation of the Arthur channel, bollocks. My initial discovery that led to the creation of the Arthur channel and me wanting to do Arthur stuff, was the fact that 2 movies were actually 3, and there was a bunch more stuff that I hadn't seen from one of my favorite movie franchises, and I just thought that was really cool, and, you know, I started making content on it. But then and I tried to, and that sort of caused this obsessive, almost desperate inspiration on it, where like I had to make content on it, and eventually that inspiration faded away, and I tried to keep it going, and I did, in fairness, I did succeed in keeping it going longer than I probably would have anticipated, but that obsessive inspiration is not there anymore. I don't think it ever will be there again. Yeah, I can't recreate that, I don't think. But sometimes when I am just like looking back at like reading my books again, the inspiration does come again, and I do spend like a few months being really into Arthur again. Can you not? I'm trying to have a conversation here. Ah, bloody hair. Ow. Fuck off. So bloody rude. But yeah, I think that's why this channel is so good, because I have so many different things that I could talk about. I could talk about, like, the lore of soul metal in The Legend of Spyro one day, and then another day I could talk about all of the carnivores on Dinotopia, so, you know, I'm not well, I'm going to say I'm not stretched thin. That's the complete opposite, because some would say that I am stretched thin, but I don't see it as being stretched thin. I see it as having options and, you know, not running out of inspiration on any particular thing. Because if you do something, if you focus completely on one thing, then that means obviously when you happen to, you know, maybe lose a bit of passion, or lose passion entirely, or inspiration for that thing, then you're fucked, because your entire, you know, if you're doing it for YouTube, obviously, your entire, you know, income is based around that one thing, and if you don't want to do it anymore, then that's a problem. And I've seen that happen before, like, and I don't want to throw shade here. This is not me throwing shade, this is just more me making a point. There's some iron here. I've still got the scaffolding. This is just more me making a point. But, any of you who are into, or have even touched upon the YouTube community of Call of Duty Zombies, you may or may not have heard of a dude called The Smith Plays. His name's Pat, he's a very famous, he's one of the big Call of Duty Zombies, or he's sort of just Call of Duty in general, but he was quite big on zombies as well. He was part of the Z House, which was a group of zombies YouTubers that came together to live together, many years ago. And basically, and the reason I'm mentioning him in this is because he's a very good example of this. Well, there's some iron there. He's a very good example of this, in that I remember, I don't know how long ago it was, oh, shit. Oh, bollocks. I placed a torch and got rid of the water source block. Oh, it's really annoying. But yeah, the reason I bring up, the Smith Plays is because I think it was, I don't know when it was, I want to say about a year ago, but I think it was probably longer ago than that. But, like, a couple of years ago or something, he basically said that he was stopping doing zombies on YouTube. How on fuck did I walk past that creeper? They have the attention span of fucking goldfish. That's why. But he basically said that he was stopping doing, either YouTube or, you know, zombies, because he wanted to focus on his music. And, you know, that's fine. And, you know, fair dues to him wanting to do that. And he basically said that, I would really appreciate it, if you guys, like, go and checked out my music and stuff. And, I'm sure a lot of people did. But then, and he did, I do recall that, like, it was him saying that, like, he was stopping doing YouTube. So, I was just like, oh, that's a shame. We've lost another zombies YouTuber, because it's funny. The Z House, the House of Zombies YouTubers, I found it really, really, really funny that the Z House was actually, most of the YouTubers that were in the Z House weren't actually YouTubers that focused on COD Zombies, because you had most of, and I was into COD Zombies. I always have been into COD Zombies since I discovered it, and I had not heard of most of the people who were in the Z House, because it was Pat Smith Plays, and Lex, Mr. T Lex Fine. I'd heard of both of them. I'd seen both of them. Then the other three I had no idea about. It was 49 Iron ought to do us pretty well. It was MC Sports Hawk, or Matt, Lonely Mailbox, or Jack, and Chucky. And I hadn't heard of any of them. And frankly, I don't think, like, I don't know why they knew about zombies, obviously, but I never saw them as the zombies YouTubers. I think that, like, if the Z House was, because I just find it weird that, like, they did a YouTube house on YouTubers that were to do with COD Zombies, and the people that did it weren't the main COD Zombies YouTubers. Like, I think they had a decent number of subs, but there were definitely people who did zombies more than they did. Like, Mr. Ruffle, like, literally, I can think of many different people who were far more zombies focused than they were. Like, my personal favorite among them is Mr. Dalek JD, absolute legend of a man. But there's Noah J456. Mr. Ruffle Waffles is absolutely the #1 zombies YouTuber. He's done interviews with the man, with Jason Blundell, the man who was responsible for making zombies for a while. Sorry, I just got a thing on Discord. It was actually a good message this time. I always get really annoying messages. So yeah, I just find it really weird. I've gone off topic, but this is, the Minecraft streams are basically just my own bloody personal podcast, because they're more chill. So I just sort of talk about whatever the fuck that comes to mind. But yeah, I just found it a bit weird that the Z House was formed by 5 YouTubers who were not the big zombies YouTubers. But the Z House is really cool. I watched it when it was happening. And it was so fun. They had great chemistry. But the reason that I was mentioning Pat is because, like I said, he said that he was going to stop doing YouTube and focus on his music. And I think, like, because he told us, I'm going to stop doing YouTube and I want to focus on music. And, then he didn't upload videos for a while. And then he came back and he did, because he did a like a goodbye video, you know the type, like where when it's just like the thumbnail is literally just them like in their room, like looking at the camera, looking really sad, just like, and the thumbnail the title is just like goodbye or something, and they're just like, you know the sort of video I'm talking about. Like it was like it looked and it sounded like a goodbye video, and he was saying that he was gonna stop doing YouTube and focus on his music. And then a few months later, I think, like 3 months later, he did another video that was like that and was just saying like, hey, and then he started making videos again. So I think what happened was, because he has like I think he's got like several million subscribers. I'm gonna check actually. Yeah, 2.89, almost 3 million subs. Let me. I want to have a look at the videos, right? Da, 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 da. Where is it? Yeah, he put. He did a video literally called The End, and it was him looking at the camera like that, and then he just uploaded music, and then he said, hey, what's up? And then he uploaded a bit more music, and then he started making videos again. So I don't like, and I'm not trying to be harsh to him and saying that like he can't come back after saying that, but I'm just saying like it's the thing, you can't make like people, and this is all focused on what I was saying before about losing your passion about something and then asking your subscribers to focus to like you for something else. Because like, if Star Wars Theory did that, for instance, I mean, granted he's not a good example because he's got a bunch of other channels, but like, if he were to go like, okay, I'm going to stop doing Star Wars and I want to start doing Lego videos, you know, granted that would never happen, but you know, this, I'm just doing it as an example. But if he were to say that, you know, there he wouldn't have the same views because people subscribe to him for Star Wars videos. So you can't, I mean, yeah, that's the point, Disney. Like, and by making, and that's the thing. Like, you have to be sure if you're gonna go that route. You like, don't say, if you're uncertain, then don't say, oh, you know, don't say it's the end, I'm quitting YouTube. Just say you're taking a break to try other things, because if you say it's the end and you have several million subscribers, I guarantee you at least a couple of thousand of them will go, okay, I guess there's no reason to be subscribed to this guy anymore because he's done with YouTube. And they will unsubscribe, at least some people will. So then when you come back and start making videos again, you've only hurt yourself because you made a video saying that you're gonna quit YouTube, and then you don't quit YouTube, and all you've done is hurt your own reputation by getting rid of your own viewers. So you have to be sure when it comes to that sort of thing. But yeah, it all circles back to the point that I was making, in that it's good that I like what I do because I do so much. You know, I make short films. And by the way, the short films, I'm actually going to let you guys in on a little secret here, because those of you who are in the casual Discord, you may have seen that there is a section called The Prince's Projects right below the notifications area. And there's actually, I need to get rid of the casual, I'm actually going to get rid of the casual SMP chat because that's not going on anymore. I'll probably actually have a full video talking about that at some point. It's something I probably ought to address. It wasn't a very popular series, in all honesty. It was sort of happening when most of you weren't here. But I probably ought to make a video addressing that. But there is a sort of category called the Prince's Project that has two chats in it. One of them is Tales from the Casualverse, which I have briefly talked about, and the other one is the Enigma Chronicles, which I don't think I've ever talked about. And oh yeah, I was gonna say, Disney. Well, I mean, like, I'd still say that making a goodbye video and then coming back is worse than just not uploading, because you don't know what that person, like, if you were to watch a channel that didn't upload for, you know, a year or something, you have no idea what could be going on within their lives. They could have been going through like a breakup or depression or, you know, mental health issues or anything. So, you know, you have to understand that sometimes within a person's life, the channel will not be their main priority. But that, I think that more applies to people that don't do YouTube as seriously as people like me, because obviously, if something was going on with me that meant I couldn't make videos, like if I had like something serious going on that meant that like I didn't want to do live streams for a while, then I would let you guys know. I might not make a video about it because I probably wouldn't be open to, or, you know, if I'm not up for doing live streams and stuff, I won't be up for making said video. But if there was something like that, I would let you guys know through like a community post and Discord and Twitter and stuff like that. So you don't know. But yeah, so I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret here. This is something, and this is a big project, and this is something that I have been meaning to work on. I haven't really worked on it very much at all because it's something that I really do need help for. Because the Enigma Chronicles is going to be, if it comes to fruition, a live action series of short films on my channel. And it's gonna be really, really, really cool. And within the next couple of months, after the Speckles timeline video is out, that is definitely something that I want to start focusing on and really start getting, you know, made. Hello, Mindless. Welcome. So yeah, the Enigma Chronicles, and please, for the love of God, to clarify, what I am saying is Enigma, Enigma, not anything else. I don't want anyone mishearing me and thinking that I said something very inappropriate. I could have probably chosen a better name, but I wasn't thinking about that when I made the name, so, you know. But this is a series that I've had in mind for several years, like probably around like 3 years now, 3.5 years. So yeah, this is something that I've had planned for a long time. Right, there we go. That's a lot of pickaxes. Ought to serve us well. I'll just put everything away that we don't need. I probably ought to make more scaffolding, to be honest, because that will only help. Go grab some more bamboo. Yeah, so that is going to be a live action series. I won't go into detail really about what it's going to be about, but it's going to be really fucking cool. I can promise you that. It is, oh, that's actually, that's something pretty cool though that I can that I wanted to mention a couple of streams ago. Something else I think I actually intended to mention it on one stream, but then I got distracted. Hello, Oman. It's Oman from the Simon Pegg movie, The World's End, from the Cornetto trilogy. That is a damn good movie. Funny story about that movie. And I will get back to what I was talking about in a second. I'm not going to get distracted from it again, because I want to show you guys something. For those of you, I'm sure quite a few of you have probably heard of the Cornetto trilogy. But for those of you who haven't, it's a trilogy of movies made that feature Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. And the trilogy is Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. I watched all three of them for the first time a couple of years ago. And it was really funny because I watched Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz first, at my friend David's house, and I wasn't that fussed about Shaun of the Dead, if I'm perfectly honest. I wasn't really that big of a fan. Hot Fuzz was a little better, but because of those movies, I didn't have a very high opinion of the Cornetto trilogy, and considering I had one left, I didn't have very high expectations. And that was The World's End. And then several months later, I need string. I really hope I've got string. Why do I not have string? Do I really have no string? Oh, that's really annoying. I guess I'll have to stay out killing some spiders today then. Well, tonight. But yeah, so and then a couple of months later down the line, we all went to my friend Jack's house and we watched The World's End. And basically, if you're spoilers for The World's End, it's just sort of the plot of the movie. But basically, it's about this guy who's Simon Pegg's character, Gary King, who is really caught up in the past. He's almost like a big kid. Like, he doesn't really want to grow up, and he's very childish. Bringing back like his old group of friends and going back to their hometown to finish the Golden Mile. And if you don't know what a Golden Mile is, it's like where you go to a bunch of different pubs and you try and get through all of them and have a pint at each, and stuff like that. Because like back in the day when they were kids, they tried to do the Golden Mile and they failed, so he brings them all back together and goes back to their hometown to finish the Golden Mile. Only when they return, it is discovered that their hometown has been infiltrated by aliens and have replaced all of the people with basically robots. And it is such a good film. And like, because you don't know that obviously for a while. You think it's just like a movie about a bunch of friends coming together and like doing a pub crawl, and we were just like, oh, this is really fucking boring. But then there's a scene where Gary's fighting some kid in a bathroom, and he like smashes him against like the urinal, and his head, the dude's head comes off, and it's just like a robot head, and we were all just like, what the fuck just happened? So yeah, apologies, Disney. I know I keep getting sidetracked. I was gonna go back to that. But I will get back to that in a second. But before I do that, I want to show you guys something that I've been working on in my spare time, because you know I have so much of that. It's actually, I need to actually save it first. So I haven't actually saved it. It's actually a new channel art, a new channel banner that I've been working on. Because you guys, you know, you guys have seen my my channel banner, because you've all seen my channel banner, and funnily enough, some of you may not know this, obviously, because you know most of you have joined my channel recently, but there's the leer face. But some of you may not know in that my channel banner, you know, the Casual Prince 8 in blue text with like Minecraft and The Sims and Skyrim and Sea of Thieves and Terraria, that has never changed. In the years that I have done this, it's nearly 4 years now. My banner has never changed. And I've been meaning to fix it and to change it for at least a year at this point, because it really does not match what my channel is anymore. It's not just a gaming channel. Also, that the banner in general is very mid 2010s YouTube banner. It's just like, oh, look at me, I'm a gamer. Like, it's not a good banner. Well, it is a good banner. It's a very nice looking banner, and it has served me well, but I think it's time for a change. And so, I have been working on this. Make it a bit smaller so you guys can see. But yeah, this is the work in progress. It's not finished yet. The work in progress new Casual Prince 8 banner. And it is everything that my channel is right now, basically. Because obviously you have that picture of me is not good. That's not final. That's a placeholder. That's the same that's the same photo of me that I used for the Casual Clips banner and the Casual VODs banner, but that's not permanent. That's going to be replaced within the next couple of days, excuse me. But obviously we have Legend of Spyro, Max Steel, we have a Megalosaurus from Dinosaur King, we have Speckles, we have the big man Ovi Chad McGee. We have Jesse from Minecraft Story Mode and the Shiny Giratina. Why there is a Shiny Giratina, I will probably explain on the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond playthrough when we get to that point. But yeah, I thought the thing is, Chad McGee is well, his name is Ovi. Well, we decided that his name was Ovi, and then his nickname in quotation marks was Chad, and then his second name was McGee, so it's Ovi Chad McGee. But yeah, I just thought McGee was a funny character to put in the banner, because yeah, I just thought he looked like a really funny thing to put in the banner. But obviously we have Speckles and Chad McGee and Jesse and Shiny Giratina, and then Spyro, Max and Steel, and the Dinosaur King Megalosaurus. And we do have a Primeval Anomaly behind me there. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the sub count is going up. Which is always good to see, obviously. How did I do that? Keegan, I just made that in Photoshop. I'm slowly getting better at making banners, but yeah, I really, it may not look like, I know some people, then again, a lot of people don't have very flashy, very complex banners, and I think if, you know, if it works, then it works. And I think this just encapsulates really everything that my channel is about. All like a bunch of the obscure franchises that I do on this channel, and that is what I am. You know, I am a gamer, but my main focus and the thing that is bringing in the viewers on this is that I am the king of obscurities and revitalizing things that people have forgotten about. But yeah, so that's work in progress. That'll be up, and the reason I have been working on that is because I want that to be, I'm gonna upload that and change that, when I upload the Speckles video, because when I upload the Speckles timeline video, when it's finally finished, I want that to be the channel that these people see. I want them to see Speckles in my banner, as well as potentially other things that they may be interested in. Where in the fuck are all the mobs? But yes, let me get back to the Arthur AI stuff, because we were talking about that and we stopped. I just went on a lengthy rant about the Arthur channel and then started to talk about passions and stuff like that. But that you know, that's not a bad idea, Disney, but I actually have something planned for the center, where the work in progress photo of me is right now. And it's actually a teaser for the Enigma Chronicles, because I want that to be a big thing on my channel. I really do. So that's going to be a centerpiece of my banner. Right, we're looking for spiders. I don't see any, though. I see literally most other things. I see creepers and zombies and skeletons, but I don't see spiders. We need string to make scaffolding. Bloody baby zombie. Ah, the grass! Fuck off. Die, child. Die, little child! Okay, so yeah, I talked about the character development, because the AI thought that they could have more complexity to their characters. I agree with that, because they are quite simple characters, but yeah, they could... Aha, spiders. I see the glow of their eyes. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't... Whoa! Whoa! I didn't realize this was a thing. There's like a giant fucking chasm here. This is cool. Whoa! Well, look at this! Look at this! How did I not know this was a thing? Oh, this is cool. I'm gonna quickly build a bridge across. I don't know if this is a particularly good idea at night, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, defined personality. I mean, they have defined personalities, but I think they're just a bit... well, I don't... Okay, Bedamish is maybe a bit cliche, but, you know, you can't really have characters without tapping into some sort of cliche. I think maybe focusing a bit more on Selenia's backstory, and not to sound arrogant here, but the sort of way that I did it in my books, in the explaining that the reason she is the way she is because what happened to her mother. And her mother is in the books. I haven't read what happens to her yet, but, you know, that is something about her character, so... they could have expanded upon that a little bit, considering that Selenia's mother gets a passing mention. But yeah, so maybe a bit more character development. But again, in movies, there's only so much character development you can do. It's a lot better in TV series, obviously. Right, the next point, narrative coherence. The original movie seemed to rush through several plot points, making it difficult for the audience to fully understand and appreciate the story. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Again, this goes back to what I was talking about last week, in that it is alright to have a movie and love a movie that has flaws to it, and still love it. Like, you don't have to pretend that the movie's perfect. Whoop. I'm just gonna go away from you. I thought that zombie was riding the pig then. That would have been weird. Right, any more spooders? Spooders, where are you? Yeah, I do kind of agree with that, because I can see that some elements of it are a bit rushed. But I think that kind of fits with the movie, to be honest, because the whole gist of the movie is that Arthur has like 48 hours. Oh shit! Bloody Nora, 2 creepers ambushing me. That was close. But the whole gist of the movie is that Arthur has a limited time to find the treasure and save his grandparents' home. So I think the sort of fast-paced plot sort of works well with the movie. But I can see where the AI is coming from. What's next? Visual effects and animation. Okay, that's a bit of a low blow, considering the film was made in 2006. Visual effects and animation. While the original film employed a mix of live action and animation, the animation quality may have felt dated by today's standards. Well, yeah, well, that's not... You can't really say that as a negative, because that's just because it was made over, like 15 years ago. You can't really fault that. You can't fault the movie for that. That's like saying that New Hope is saying that one of the flaws of New Hope is that the effects are really dated. New Hope is still a cinematic fucking masterpiece because it's the first Star Wars film. Oh shit. I'm not going to try and cross the bridge when there's 3 skeletons attacking me. Fuck that. Jesus. Yeah, I think the CGI is still pretty good for today's standards. It could definitely be improved, absolutely, but it's not terrible. I don't like it that some people, like, they say the movie, like, looks uncanny because of the animation style. I really like the animation style. I think it looks really cool. Yeah, so that's not a good point, I don't think. That's not a flaw. That's just it's an observation and not something that can be counted as a flaw, because it's not something that... A flaw is something that's wrong with the movie that the people who made it could have done better. That's not what that is. That night went remarkably quickly. Here, another one. Yeah. 7 string. Ought to be good. I'll just have a quick glance around for more. Yeah. 17 years. I mean, it came out in 2006, so it's probably a bit longer than that. But, yeah, okay, so that's not really a good point. Emotional depth. Okay, the original film had some emotional moments, but they often fell short due to underdeveloped characters and rushed storytelling. A remake could invest more time and effort into building emotional connections between the characters, exploring themes of friendship, family, and love, and creating powerful moments that resonate with the audience. Personally, and I think this is definitely a personal opinion. This is not, that will not apply to everyone. But personally, I think it handled emotional depth just fine. I think that's one of its major strengths, in that you feel an emotional connection to the characters. Although that may be in part due to the sequels. Because sequels always, because one of my favorite things, and I promise you I won't get overly distracted when I talk about this, it's just a point I want to bring up. Right, I don't think there are any more spiders. Let's head back and craft some more scaffolding. I'm pretty sure just one of the crafting recipes, I think it's 6 bamboo and 1 string, makes like a pretty good amount of scaffolding. But one of my favorite sort of things is in... Oh, bloody hell. Ah. I just tried to scratch my foot with my toe and bent my nail back. Oh, God. That really hurt. God. Anyway. I think, like, one of my favorite things in media, in, like, cinematography... well, not cinematography, but just in, like, movies and TV shows and games, in franchises, basically. One of my favorite things is references to the past. And characters returning. And that's what sequels are. That's why I really like sequels, because it's a chance to see, God, I really hurt my nail. It's a chance to see characters that we've grown attached to return and go on a new adventure and reunite. And that is one thing that I really like about the Arthur franchise, and that is one thing that I love about Portal Fantasy, which is what the Arthur franchise is. Portal Fantasy refers to a style of fantasy where the fantasy world in question exists separately from the modern world. Examples being like Narnia. And I really like Portal Fantasy because of, number one, escapism, and number two, the thing of reuniting characters that have been away from each other for so long, and that's what I really like about the Arthur movies. Yeah, 6 scaffolding, nice. Might as well just do that. Nice. 54 scaffolding, that should serve us very well. Right, back down in, let's shove some stuff in the chest and then head back down to, continue on the Sniffer Grove. We don't need the shears. That can go in a chest in the storage, inverted storage tower. Excuse me. Right. Okay. Don't need the axe. We do need the shovel, though. Yes, if we finish it, but yes, will it, though? I'm not actually sure, Fitz. I did say in the last Subnautica stream that the next one would probably be the end, but I kind of, there is a few things I want to do. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I think what I might do, is actually do something I've never done before and do a VR stream and play Subnautica in VR, but I will definitely have to test that out beforehand. I don't doubt that my PC can do it, but it'll definitely be loud when it's doing it, I can promise you that, but I'll definitely need to check whether I can do it, because I played Blade and Sorcery for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and because it's moving without you moving, unlike other VR experiences when you're more stationary, it gave me horrible motion sickness. So I need to make sure that that's not going to affect me too badly. If it does, then I might just do a video on it. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, so going back to the emotional depth thing, I think it does that perfectly, and I think Portal Fantasy has a great, you know, I love Portal Fantasy because it has the opportunity for reunions and characters meeting each other for the first time in so long, which is why I love Arthur and Selenia so much. So yeah, I don't think that's a point. I think that's a point where I just disagree with it. It's not necessarily a wrong point, because I know that some people probably will agree with it. I personally don't. I think that it did, I think that the first Arthur movie did emotional depth perfectly well. I'm also going to get rid of that stone pickaxe. So yeah, that's a point that I personally disagree with. It's not necessarily a wrong point. Number 5, subtle messaging and themes. The original movie touched on environmental themes and, there we go. Environmental themes and the importance of protecting nature, but these concepts were not fully explored. A remake could delve deeper into these themes, providing a more thought-provoking and impactful message without becoming overly didactic. What does didactic even mean? I'm curious, because I'm a writer and I'm always looking to expand my vocabulary. I told you guys a couple of weeks ago I'm reading the Gone series at the minute, and I will just look up words on my phone that I don't understand, because obviously, you know. Intended to teach, particularly in having moral instruction as an ulterior motive. Right, okay, so it's like basically the entirety of Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who seasons then. Okay, right. Well, I don't think that, I think it touched on those themes. I mean, I don't really think about that when I think of Arthur. When I think of Arthur, I don't think of it as a movie that explores those themes. That's more of a thing that I tried to do in my books. I don't think that's really something that I personally think of when I think of the first Arthur film. And this is the first Arthur film, and it's about a remake of the first Arthur film, not the franchise in general. I'm sure if it was the franchise, it might be a bit different, but I don't really. And if it is there, I think it's subtle enough. I don't want, because, and that's a dangerous messaging and stuff, because media nowadays is so fucking like focused on like messaging and like signposting and stuff. Like, and I mentioned Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who series. I meant to put the rest of cobblestone in a fucking chest. It's because I keep saying it's because I can't do two things at once. I just mentioned Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who series. The first series that she did, I thought so many fucking episodes were so political. It was so fucking horrible. Like, specifically, one that I want to point out is the Rosa Parks episode. Now, I do not want to come off as racist, because obviously, I hope you guys know that I'm not. And I am not saying, there's a creeper there. I'm not saying that the Rosa Parks episode was bad. Well, it was bad, but not for the reasons you're thinking. I'm not saying I'm against an episode, that... Oh, hold on, we might... I think that might have struck the lightning tower. Yeah, exactly, that's... I think I missed... We're in a thunderstorm now, I think. Oh, it's striking the lightning pole, whatever it's called. The lightning rod, yeah. Let's go have a look. Now all the, Oh, look at that! It's sparking. Nice. But yeah, like, No, Fitz. Matt Smith. The problem started when Jodie Whittaker. Oh, hello, sir. I can't heal you. I don't. Oh, bollocks. I wish I could have kept that guy, but I don't have any name tags and I don't have any stuff to cure him. That's something we need to focus on, so we can start getting people. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Well, let's, do we need to sleep? Yeah, let's sleep. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Disney, in that, ooh, sorry. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Disney, because at its core, the first Arthur movie is a portal fantasy, and it applies to the franchise as well. It is a portal, but I think it is mostly focused around the first film, this sort of theming. In the first Arthur film is no, I will not say it again. Ooh, stop it. The first Arthur movie is at its core, because I think the sequels are actually a bit more serious. A movie about a boy who has a creative mind, and the world of the Invisibles is the dream of every young child. And honestly, like, if I had the choice to go explore the Seven Kingdoms, I absolutely would, because who doesn't want an escape from, you know, the modern life? Yeah, that is also a very important point, Disney. A very good point. I have seen so many people hating on Jodie Whittaker. Do not be foolish and brain dead, because it is not Jodie's fault that her series was bad. It is Chibnall's fault, the writer, that her series was bad, because the man is completely incapable of writing good Doctor Who stories. Apart from, like, one or two. But the fact is that it got a little bit better as it went along, but the first series in particular with Jodie was so political in so many fucking ways. And the Rosa Parks episode, obviously, that was an episode that was very, very blatantly, obviously focused around, like, the support of, like, black people and the initial, like, how racism used to be, and, like, the point in time where life and rights for black people started to get better. However, if I wanted that, then I just would have gone and watched a documentary on that sort of thing. Because the problem with the Rosa Parks episode is that there is so little sci-fi in that episode to make it a Doctor Who episode. The antagonist in that episode was a single guy who, due to an implant from Stormcage, couldn't do anything to hurt anyone, and his only fucking way of diverting history was parking a car in front of the bus that Rosa Parks was on. Like, at that point, it's just shoved in your face, just like, racism is bad, and yes, of course it is. But that's not what Doctor Who's about. I want to, if I'm gonna watch Doctor Who, I don't really want to, like, I don't want to really see an episode about racism. I'm not saying that, an episode sort of highlighting, you know, obviously racism is bad and everything. I'm not saying that that's a bad idea. It was just executed in a really bad way because Doctor Who is a sci-fi show and it contained so little sci-fi that it was basically a racism documentary. It was basically a documentary on Rosa Parks with the Doctor as the narrator. There was very little Doctor Who stuff in it, and that's what made it... I don't like that episode because it's too political. And that's the problem with so many things nowadays. Everyone is so obsessed with the political meanings of stuff, just like dissecting everything and going like, oh, why isn't this that, and why is this character this gender, why isn't that character like this sexuality? Just like, it doesn't have to be about that. It just doesn't. And it's fine. The thing is, I'm not saying... Like, I don't want anyone to get confused and say that I am saying that the inclusion of those things is bad, because it isn't. But what is bad is when the inclusion of those things suffocate everything else and ruins everything else. And that's the bad thing. That's what makes it bad. And that's why I think that, obviously this, that's why I think, that point, about the subtle messaging and themes, because I don't think about, when I'm watching the first Arthur movie, I don't think about, oh, it's a movie about, like, encouraging the protection of nature and stuff. And I'm just like, no, it's a movie about a kid finding a magical world in his back garden. Why do you need anything more than that? So, no, I completely disagree with that point, because I think that that is a part of modern films that a remake of the Arthur movie does not need to adapt, and that it didn't do, and that is good. And the last one is diversity and inclusivity. I'm curious as to what the AI actually wrote about this. The remake could also bring more diversity and inclusivity to the cast of characters, ensuring representation and giving opportunities to actors from various backgrounds. This would enrich the overall storytelling and make the movie more relatable to a wider audience. Well, that... I mean... Well, okay, but I'm trying to think about this now. So the AI said that Arthur could feature more diversity and inclusivity. Why does that fit? Because that literally goes back to exactly what I was saying a few moments ago about the whole thing with the Doctor Who episode. I am not against the inclusion and I'm not against representation of other groups and other, you know, sexualities and stuff like that, because obviously that's a great thing. It's great to have representation about stuff like that. However, it gets bad when you try and force it in. And that's the thing, right? This is a thing that no one in the filmmaking industry seems to get. If you force something in, it makes it negative. Like, for example, like, you shouldn't, I'm just trying to think of an example here. Like, you shouldn't, if you do something, for example, if you, included, if you you wrote a story, or you know, like you made a film with a story in it, and one of the main characters was, for instance, I don't know, gay or lesbian, just for an example. And um and then you make it like horrendously obvious that this character is gay, um and that, you know, like way over the top, just like, you know, you have them, and I think this is something that is done um way too commonly. It's a sort of a, I don't know whether to call it like a line or a stereotype or what it is, but it's like characters who are of a different sexuality saying to like the main character like, "Oh, I would go after you, but I'm into girls or guys or whatever," or something like that. And I think that just draws way too much attention to it, because, and again, I'm not against it. I don't want to seem like I'm being like homophobic or racist or anything. Please do not think that that's what I'm trying to be. I just think that you have to include it naturally, because if you force it in, then you'll have people pointing it out. And then, like, because if you're just putting it in there for the purpose of just like spearheading in, like, that's not even the right term, but I use it, I tend to use it a lot, but if you like force it in just for the purpose of like putting it in, then that's, I feel like that's bad representation, because it's just like you're including it for the purpose of, you're including it for the purpose of diversity, and that alone, not just for the actor. Like that's like going to like a like for a black actor, going to them and saying just like, you know, well, this person, like, oh, this person is in this movie acting as this character, but we only cast them because we wanted some diversity. That is the complete wrong mindset. Yeah, exactly, Fitz. That is exactly the point I'm making. Make it work, like, mesh well with the story. And for sexuality, I guess, like, there's not really a way to do that. But just make it a natural part of their character. Like, don't make them act any differently. You know, most most gay people and like lesbian people of other sexualities, like unless they're like not, and I can't unless they're asexual and aromantic, which I'm pretty sure is like not interested in anyone romantically or sexually, but like generally most people who are just, you know, gay or lesbians, they don't act like differently to most people. Like, one of my best friends is gay, and like you wouldn't well, actually you kind of would know, because he does play it up a lot, because he's a funny man. But generally, I don't think like most and again, I can't really speak for people of other sexualities, but I think that of the people I've met that are of other sexualities, they don't act like differently than most other people. So I think that's the wrong way to go about it. And this all goes back to Arthur, right? Because the point that the AI was making, right, is include more diversity, right? The film is set in 1960s America. So I don't think there'd be that much. I mean, I'm not a history person, so I don't know what, like, you know, racial diversity and stuff was like back in the 1960s in Connecticut, but I want to say that it probably wouldn't be as diverse as we have today. So, you know, don't force it in if it doesn't fit. Yeah. So, and plus you have the inclusion of the Bogo Metasalai as well, and that's not, you know, they're not in there just for inclusivity to go like, oh, here's, you know, here's some characters that are African American. No, they're in there because they are an integral part of the story. So, you know. So overall, Disney, because you asked me to do this, obviously, it's I'm gonna, hold on, I'm gonna get away from this bit, because I feel like a creep is gonna sneak up on me or something as I'm reading this. The AI said, overall, a remake of Arthur and the Invisibles could focus on improving character development, narrative coherence, visual effects and animation, emotional depth, subtle messaging and themes, and diversity and inclusivity to create a more engaging and impactful viewing experience. I agree with, I partially agree with the character development. I'm not sure I agree with the narrative coherence, because I think that fits the movie. I don't agree with the visual effects, because that's not fair. I don't agree with the emotional depth, because I think it did that fine, although I do get that there will be people that disagree with me on that. I don't agree with the subtle messaging and themes, and I don't agree with the diversity and inclusivity, because I think that would just be forcing it. I don't see why you couldn't have Minimoys in it that are of a different sexuality. That's something that I plan to include in the future in my books. But yeah, don't force it in. No, well, I don't see, like, why, I don't see that, like, why would it take place in a different date? Like, I mean, I mean, I think a modern interpretation, like a modern remake of, the Arthur movie could be an interesting take. Why is the light not disappearing? Huh. I'm not complaining. I think a modern interpretation of the Arthur franchise could be quite interesting, but I think that it being set in the 1960s just gives it such a charm. Like, the fact that, you know, Arthur's not on like not on like a DS or on a Wii or something, but he's like the pinnacle of enjoyment for him is a model train set, and just like the little town setting and the old cars, and, you know, just everything about the Arthur universe and the time that it's set is just such a nice setting. So no is my answer. I think a modern remake would be interesting. Should it happen? I don't think so, because I like to be honest, I don't think the movie should be remade. I think they should just do a reboot that carries on from where the War of Two Worlds left off, or do a TV series. But I don't think doing a remake of the movies is a good idea. Leave the movies and make a TV series. Either a continuation or a reboot series. I mean, that's what they kind of did with the animated series, and look how that turned out. But that was clearly done by people who have no understanding of the good things in the Arthur universe. Yeah, I mean, I think that's just a little sort of mistake. Or just, like, that's just one thing I think you're meant to really ignore. I think, like, I've never, I've never been bothered about that sort of thing. I think that's a very minor thing. Um, like just because one song canonically wasn't released at that point, I don't think that's a very like important thing. Certainly not something important enough to influence the whole fucking timeline. Um but yeah. Then again, like if you look at like it reminded me because it's sort of a similar thing. Look at the movie Titanic, because it's very well known that during Titanic, Jack talks about a bunch of things that don't actually exist when the movie is set. And I kid you not, if you've never heard about this, and yeah, I'm sure there are some people that haven't, but it was apparently a big thing when I was growing up. I sort of heard about it when I was younger. But basically that because Jack mentions, I think it's more than one thing. I think it's several things. He mentions several things that he's gonna like several places that he's gonna take Rose that don't actually exist yet. And no joke, people, it is a very, very, like, it's one of the most popular movie theories of all time, is the theory that Jack from Titanic is a time traveler, and that came back to um he came back to the past and stopped Rose from jumping off the ship, and therefore caused the Titanic to crash. Have you never heard of that? I was going to say it was apparently a really famous, really famous movie theory back when I was growing up. Why did I just destroy the scaffolding? I need to get back up there. I do need to craft another iron pickaxe, iron shovel. Sorry, I guess we just craft a stone one. But yeah, that was a really famous movie theory back when I was growing up. And that Jack is a time traveler, and he went yeah, it's a film theory. I wonder if he's covered it. I'm not sure. I think it might have been something that is either, I guess, too well known for him to cover, or, you know, before his time. Maybe, I don't know. Not, I mean, I don't watch MatPat, so I don't know, but not to my knowledge. I'm not sure if he's covered it. But he might have done. You never know. But yeah, that's one of the most famous movie theories of all time. And that obviously goes back to what I was talking about Arthur. Like, obviously it's a bit it's a very wild theory that Jack is a time traveler, but like you're not gonna, like, no one's gonna say that, like, oh, Archibald, Arthur's grandfather, is a time traveler and he bought music back from the future. No one's gonna say that. It's just a little thing. Yes, I have seen Primeval, Jacobs. I've done some videos on it back in the day. I did some, oh, bloody Nora. What do we have here? Ah! There's a bit of underwater cave here. That's gonna be a bit annoying. But yeah, I actually did some game development stuff for Primeval. a long time ago. Fitz, you'll probably be interested in this. Because there were some very long time ago these videos. Oh, you're welcome, Disney. Again, like I said, like it's funny because I say to people on, like, in the Arthur Discord and stuff, like, come by my live streams, because I do occasionally talk about Arthur, and I have talked a lot about Arthur over the past couple of streams, and they're missing out on that because I guarantee you that the majority think that I don't talk about Arthur. So that's why I say, you know, come to these live streams, because you'll probably enjoy them. But yeah. Yeah, Fitz, you'll probably be in. I did these are some very old videos. I did them near the start of, I think around the start of university. It was many years ago now. With some of my first videos, I did some Unreal Engine work trying to make anomalies in Primeval. Well, anomalies from Primeval, I should say. My favorite animal. Hmm. I'm trying to think, like, I'm trying to think, like, if I go to the zoo, like, what's, I do like going to zoos. It's great inspiration for another project that, I've had in the works for longer than, a project that I've had in the works for longer than either this channel or the Arthur channel, since before 2018, this project. I won't go into detail about it, but, it's basically a reboot / parody of one of my favorite documentary series called Prehistoric Park. Very, very underrated. With the legendary Nigel Marven. But, I'm trying to think, like, if I go to the zoo, like, what is an animal that I can just look at for ages? I swear there is one, but I just can't think of it. I don't really know if I have a favorite animal. I could, I mean, I could go pretty cliche and go lion, but, like, I went with you, couple of years ago now, and they had a big lion enclosure. Meerkat's a good one, panda's a good one, but they had a big lion enclosure, and just watching them, they are so majestic. I tell you what, it really is. I really do, because I do like, I mean, I'm sure it might have something to do with the fact I like dinosaurs so much. But I do like animals, generally. And obviously you see a lot of stuff to do with animals, like on TV and on, like, documentaries and stuff. But seeing them in real life, it is just a completely different experience. And it is just awe-inspiring seeing animals in real life. It really is. Like, I saw a lion, like, I saw one of the lions, one of the male ones, roar, and it is, like, it's enough to make your jaw drop. It just is incredible. It's a beautiful, beautiful experience. Oh, I'll tell you what, that reminded me, Bitch, one thing that I was really, really happy that because you were talking about Miitopia, obviously. One thing that I was really, really happy that they added to Miitopia with the, with the Switch version is the ability to upgrade your armor but keep the same appearance, because some of the armors look really stupid and like I don't want my characters wearing them. So I thought it was really, really nice that you could keep the appearance of your weapons and your armor as certain things. Like, that's such a great thing. Like, that's why I'm not a gigantic fan of a lot of RPGs like that. It's because it's just like you're just constantly replacing one gear with another piece of gear. And most games don't have that option. Right, so it's curved. So now this is a 4-1. And then, so this is a 4-1. So then, I think I'll have, oh. So this is a 4-1, and then I'll have, oh, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh god, that's gonna take a lot. Ah. You know what? I'm actually starting to consider using TNT. I am really starting to consider it now, because there's still so much to clear out. And we've made good progress in this stream, but there is so much more to clear out. I'm genuinely considering using TNT. If I could voice any character from the Arthur trilogy... Well, you see, it's a little difficult for me personally, because obviously I have the lisp, I have the speech impediment, so it's a bit weird for me. I mean, Darkos has a lisp as well, a bit of a lisp as well. So I guess, you know, that could work. But if it was any character, I don't know. I mean, is it arrogant of me to say Arthur? So I'd love to voice Arthur. Oh, the snurps. What do you mean, Fitz? What do you mean by what would the parties look like? You mean my parties? Like if I were to play it? Because if so, I've got plenty of people in mind that I'd want to use. I remember in my original Miitopia streams, that are still up on this channel, by the way. They're still up. I might... No, I won't unlist them. And that's actually one more thing that I do. There's another thing I want to talk about. If you make YouTube videos, right, even unless it is for a very good reason, don't... I actually advise against making videos like private or unlisting them so that people can't see them, because even if you don't like them, there is a very good chance that someone else really likes that video. And for example, there are a lot of videos on my channel, I think, that I would probably like to unlist. Because they were made at a time where, you know, I didn't make as good content as I do now, and I'm not really proud of them anymore, but, you know, at the end of the day, like, there will be someone who will watch that video and will like it, and when they go back and try and find it again, they will be sad that it got taken down. Just a little thought. Obviously, if it's for a serious issue, like if there's something in the video that is bad, then obviously, you know, or if, you know, if it's something, but if you just want to take it down because you don't like it, I'd advise against it, because at the end of the day, it will probably still get views. For instance, I guarantee you when people subscribe to me, at least a few of them will start looking back through my channel, and some of them might click on videos that I probably would have unlisted and that I don't like anymore, and yet that will earn me money. Small amount, obviously, but... Ah. Water. Mr. Enderman. I do have a neighbor. Yes! You know what, Fitz? You make an absolutely great point, because, and here's the funny thing, my most popular video is the Max Steel one. I am not proud of that video. I go back and watch it well, not all the time. I do watch my own videos. Quite, well, not quite often, but it's good background noise. And I think that's a good thing, in that people, I think I've talked about this before. People say, first off, some people might say it's arrogant to watch and enjoy your own videos. That's bullshit, in my opinion, because, why shouldn't you be able to enjoy, your own content if you've made good content? What in fuck is going on? That's gonna get on my nerves if I don't find out. Oh, it's down here, isn't it? Yep. I want to close this off. Well, I'll torch it so that nothing spawns. I remember I used to fall down here all the time and I blocked it off. Yes, TNT. I think that is the only option, because we are spending way too much time on this, and this could literally take us forever. So I think we are going to make use of explosives. We must be cautious, though, of course. And I probably don't have that much gunpowder, so... But yeah, so people will say, like, oh, if you watch and enjoy your own videos, then you're arrogant. That's not true, because why shouldn't you be able to enjoy your own videos? Look at all the cobblestone we've got. And... I am happy to watch my own videos when they're good, because, I can look back at them and think, oh, this is really cool. I'm enjoying this and I did a good job. And number two, people will say that they can't watch their own videos because, like, they hate the sound of their own voice and everything. And, I always see that as a bit of, yeah, good old Copper Canyon. And they completely... no, we're not going to talk about Season 4 and 5, because it's just going to depress me. But no, and, like, people say, like, oh, I can't watch my own videos because I hate the sound of my own voice. And, honestly... I've always just seen that as a bit of an excuse, if I'm perfectly honest. Because I think you need to watch your own videos, because if you watch your own video, and obviously your own video is probably of something that you're passionate about, either, playing a game that you really like, or talking about something that you really like, If you're watching your video and you get bored and, you know, you decide that, you know, like, you don't want to watch your own video, if you don't want to watch your own video, why should anyone else? So, you know, definitely watch your own videos. But the point being that my most popular video, the Max Steel one, the original one, part 1, that has like something ridiculous, like fucking, what does it have now? 128,000 views. It was 3 years ago. Part 2 was almost 1 year ago, and that's on 11,000. So that's not anywhere close, not yet. And I also want to say that the Dinosaur King all move cards video is shooting up. Like, it has gained more view. I think it's the fastest growing video I've ever published, because it has soared into, it is now my 4th most popular video at 4.9 thousand views. It has achieved that in 3 months. The one behind it was the Legend of Spyro Every Element Explained video. And that's on 4.3k views, and that was 10 months ago. So, you know, yeah, Fitz, I promise you, it, once the Speckles timeline video is done, it will not be yearly Max Steel videos. I will be doing more, because I think the videos, I'll bring up the list again, because it's always fun to talk about this. Video list. Where are the Max Steel videos? Max Steel. I have 5 currently planned. I have, well, actually 6. Yeah, people love this, and that's what I am. I'm the nostalgia prince. I make, I profit. I sound like a ruthless businessman when I say it like this. I profit off of people's nostalgia. But I actually have 6 Max Steel videos planned, which is 2 reaction videos to the 2 season 5 movies, the subsequent part 3 to the turbo modes video, which is of course all green turbo modes in season 5. Then a video talking about all of the Elementors, a video talking about all of the Extroyer forms, because I love Extroyer, and then a video talking about all significant Ultralinks other than Steel. And I'm not talking about random background ones. I'm talking about, like, ones that are, like, have a decent plot point about them. Kung Fu Dino Posse video. But you see, I don't have, I would do that, but I don't have enough knowledge of Kung Fu Dino Posse to make that. Because Kung Fu Dino Posse is something that I did watch. It was not something that I was overly passionate about like I am all of these other things. It was just something that I watched. So I don't have the knowledge to do it justice, is what I'm saying. So yeah, I have those Max Steel videos planned, and they're gonna be really cool, obviously. And obviously, like, Max Steel, so far at least, has been the most profitable, the most popular series on my channel. But then again, there are videos that are starting to catch up. Any Ben 10 videos? I did actually have the idea for some Ben 10 videos back in, because I did the 2 Ben 10 ranking videos, and that was at a point where I was really obsessed with Ben 10, because I tend to have, I'm a very finicky person. I don't really just like one thing. I hop from thing to thing and get inspired and really, really, obsessed with it. And you can sort of see that as my channel goes along. Like, you can sort of see when that starts to happen. Like, let me see. Like, obviously, I got really obsessed with the Legend of Spyro, like, around last year. Just before I had to sort of take a break to finish my second year uni stuff, I started getting really into, the Legend of Spyro. I started doing the series on that, and then did the lore videos as well. Um, I finally did the other Max Steel Turbo Modes video, so I was kind of into Max Steel at that point. Scroll up a bit further. Then I did the ranking the Ben 10 aliens video. At that point, I was really obsessed with Ben 10. Then I was sort of into COD Zombies for a bit. So I did the Shinonuma and the Kino to Totem remaster. That was 5 months ago. God, you know what's really irritating? I have recorded. Those of you who have watched my COD Zombies, Zombie Chronicles videos, I have recorded my playthrough, my first time playing the remastered Ascension. I did that while I was at uni, like, several months ago. I just haven't edited it yet. But yeah, and then I did the Dinotopia analysis and review. That was when I was obsessed about Dinotopia. And then I did the Dinosaur King move cards video, and that's when I started becoming obsessed with Dinosaur King. And I did the move card compilations and the Dinosaur King streams. And now I'm sort of between, I'm caught between Primeval New World, just Primeval generally, I guess, but more New World, and Speckles. So yeah, I don't feel I don't feel particularly strong about either of those. I think probably because I'm into both of them right now. So I think I might be due another inspiration change. So yeah. But you guys can see that, I think, from the videos that I make and how every now and then something new pops up on the channel. And every now and then I go back to something old. Like, obviously, in the midst of, where was it? In the midst of starting to be into the Legend of Spyro again, I did the Max Steel Turbo Modes video, the part 2, finally, after, like, 2 years. And whilst being into Ben 10, I did another video on the lore of the Legend of Spyro, which was the video about the Black Dragons. So, you know, I do divvy between. You're asking what my favorite ship in the Pokemon animes are. That's a good question. I don't really. My memory's quite a little bit vague on the Pokemon anime. The main one I think the only one I watched all the way through was Sinnoh, because that is Gen 4. That is my favorite Pokemon anime generation. It's my favorite generation of Pokemon in general, but I've watched that at least once all the way through when it was on TV. The problem is, right, I would easily want to watch the whole of, like, the anime all the way through. The problem is CITV kept fucking changing what was on. Like, we get right near to the end of the series, and then they'd change it. Like, stop, please. Yeah, I think Serena's definitely a good ship, obviously, because she kissed Ash. Not many girls kiss Ash. But Ash is a real ladies' man, and he's a clueless ladies' man as well. Like nearly at some point, nearly every female companion he has, like, has the hots for him, and it's not hard to see why. Like the dude's a great guy. Like he's very kind. He cares about his Pokemon like a lot. He's always really kind. Um, and you know, who like I think Ash, Ash is a cool dude. Um, I'm not surprised that all the girls are after him because he's a cool dude. But yeah, I hate my hair. I've got some nice Minecraft music as well. But yeah, I think yeah, I think Serena is, if I had to pick, I mean I've not really, like, I stopped watching after X and Y because they did the stupid bloody animation change and made him look like 10 years old again. I mean, he's supposed to be 10 years old and has been 10 years old for like several bloody like decades now. Um um Yeah, it's so annoying when they do that, Disney. Like they're like halfway through. I remember because sometimes they'd be like halfway through the let me see how much gunpowder I've got. Right, let's see how much TNT we can make. Only 3? That's the shortage of gunpowder, isn't it? What sort of time is it? It's like directly midday. Can't exactly go looking for creepers. Let's grab some redstone. But yeah, like I remember, like there'd be multiple points where we'd be like halfway on, like nearing the end of the Sinnoh anime, and then they'd randomly just switch to the fucking Kanto anime. Like, why? But yeah, I don't think I've ever used TNT for excavation before, but if I was doing this just as a you know, off-camera let's play, then I'd be fine. But this is a live stream series, and I want to make progress, you know, within the next decade. So I'm just we're gonna see some fireworks. We're gonna blow some shit up. Obviously, we've only got 3, so we can't really do much. But let me see. I'll like dig it into the wall here. I'm not sure what the blast what the damage will be to the wall. I'm not sure what the blast resistance is of all these different materials, but hopefully it'll make a big boom. That was not as big as I had hoped. We're gonna need a lot more TNT. We need to find a desert temple, because that's got 3 TNT. Alright, so it's roughly a 3x3 cube. So if we put a bit in here, that should hopefully do the same. Yeah, roughly. Well, we're definitely going to need some more gunpowder. Oh, yeah. It's a trick of the eyes. Well, I think that definitely will speed up progress if we use TNT, and I'm not particularly bothered about getting the resources because we have plenty of cobblestone. And as for the rare stuff, I don't really use this a lot. Let me see if I put I hold redstone torches. Does it increase the light level at all? No, not like it does for torches. I don't think it even increases the light level even a little bit. Oh no, it does, look. Ever so slightly. Ah. Well, I guess if we're ever in a cave and we run out of torches, we can use redstone torches. Not really. So yeah, once the Max Steel video is out, because that's the reason I haven't, obviously I've explained, that's the reason I haven't been uploading videos a lot, and it's a good job that I have the live streams going, otherwise you guys wouldn't get any content at all. But once the Max Steel video is done, and the reason I'm waiting until after the Max Steel video is because, as I've explained, I think the Max Steel video will bring a lot of new people to the channel. It will be full steam ahead on doing all of the series that I am currently doing. But I want to do... I want to do more obscure stuff, like the stuff I've been doing. Like, I want to do more Max Steel videos, more Dinosaur King videos. You know, all that stuff. Figure out what the fuck's going on with the Arthur channel. And hopefully, you know, some of the people that come from the Speckles video will also be interested in that stuff as well. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about the Unova region as well. I think the Unova anime was pretty good, all things considered. I think it's funny because I was saying, like, at some point every female companion that Ash has had, like, wants to get with him at some point. Or at least shows some level of interest towards him at some point. Not Iris. I definitely don't think Iris did. Iris was definitely a a different female companion to most of the ones they'd had before. I tell you what, though, one thing that I was actually a bit annoyed about the Unova anime was to do with Pikachu, because yeah, I'm gonna say I'm sure some people obviously like ship Ash with Iris, but they have no chemistry. They're better off as they have more of a brother and sister relationship, I think, rather than lovers. And I agree with that. They just don't have chemistry together, I don't think. But what I was really annoyed in the I think since the Kanto anime, or even before that maybe, Pikachu's 4 moves were Quick Attack, Iron Tail, Thunderbolt, obviously the classic one, and Volt Tackle. The Unova anime got rid of Volt Tackle. I was thinking about this the other day. I don't know why. Maybe because I'd started playing Pokemon, obviously, again with Brilliant Diamond. And by the way, I have actually been playing Shining Pearl as well, because I told you guys I own both of them. I've played Shining Pearl up to the point that we have gotten on Brilliant Diamond, and I have played no further, because I want my first reactions on Brilliant Diamond to be fresh. And I think we've actually gotten to the point, I can't remember whether I said this on the stream on Monday, but we have actually gotten to the point now that I was at on Brilliant Diamond over the 2 live streams. So, yeah. But yeah, and I don't know why I was thinking about this, but in the Pokemon Black and White anime, they got rid of Volt Tackle. And Pikachu can't use Volt Tackle anymore, and they replaced it with Electro Ball? Was that what it was called? Was that what it was called? I think it was called Electro Ball. But it was like where he formed a big ball of electricity on his tail and launched it at people. And I was just like, because when he learned that, I remember the episode where he learned that. And I was just like, I thought it was cool, obviously, but oh, pissing hell. Oh, that's a nice hill that's fucking ruined. Thanks, Creeper. Was in no way close enough for you to explode. I thought it was cool, obviously, but then I sort of realized it's just like, okay, but Pokemon can only know 4 moves, so what has he forgotten? And I realized, obviously, that, you know, I saw him using Quick Attack and Iron Tail and Thunderbolt. Obviously, they're not going to make him forget Thunderbolt. And then I was like, wait, oh, really? Fucking witch? Fucking die. Oh, no. I'm poisoned. This is not a good look. Oh yeah, here's another thing that's messed up about the, this resource pack that I'm using. Oh, this is actually not good. Oh, this is actually not good. Oh, this is actually not good. I didn't realize, oh god, this is actually not good. Eat. Eat, eat, eat. Oh, itchy nose. Uh. Yeah, we're gonna say. Yeah, and I know there is, I know there are Pokemon that have learned like 5 moves or more than 4 moves in general. But I think that's just really a mistake of the anime. But yeah, like and I know Ash's Charizard like knows Tackle. And not only does should Charizard not know Tackle, his evolutionary line never learns Tackle. Charmander has Scratch. But and I was just like, wait, they got rid of Volt Tackle. And honestly, I'm not sure if I don't think I really like that. Because I think Electro Ball is compared to Volt Tackle definitely is a pretty shit move. In comparison, like Volt Tackle, like he literally ran forward. It was literally like an all-out attack. He ran forward literally with lightning blazing all over him. He was a fucking thunderbolt. And they replaced it with him shooting a relatively small ball of electricity. Fucking hell. Out of his tail. And I just don't think that's... Compared to Volt Tackle, that's not good. Give me your gunpowder. Ah. Hello, Creeper. Give me your lifeblood that causes you to explode. They changed it again? My god, they just can't make up their mind. Again, I didn't watch the Alolan anime because I didn't like the... Well, for one, I'd sort of... I think I'd... you know, I sort of stopped watching TV like that around the time when the Alolan anime came out. And 2, I hated the visual change, so I didn't watch it. Hashtag not my Ash Ketchum. Why do I not have a bow? God damn it. That's such a that theme just fits any meme possible. Right, there's a creeper there and a skeleton over there. Yeah, I'm gonna say, can I just get the attention of the creeper? Oh bloody hell. Oh shit. There we go. Yeah, I was gonna say Ash's journey has like come to an end, hasn't it? Well, you know, at least he finally won a championship. I tell you what, who remembers I honestly think that the X and Y championship battles are really good, but the Sinnoh championship battles are really good as well. What was the name of the final dude in the Sinnoh championship battles? The guy with the Darkrai, who like oh my god, we've got a Dream Stan in the chat, boys. Hello, Dream Sad Face. I don't believe it. Well, yeah, obviously it's sad for him to go, but you know he can't. I don't think they could really keep him around forever because they've kept him around without aging for so fucking long. Yes, Tobias, that was his name, the dude with the Darkrai. Tobias, man, he was... That man was on another fucking level. Like, that dude was amazing. He was crazy. The fact that it was like whispered around that like he beat all of the gyms with just his Darkrai. And he's, man, like he was crazy. And it took Ash like 3 of his Pokemon, like 3 or 4 of his Pokemon to kill Darkrai. And then the dude had a Lugia, didn't he? No, it wasn't a Lugia. That's a legendary. It was a mythical. I can't remember what he had, but yeah. It was definitely was not Lugia because that's a legendary. A Latios, that's what he had. I'm trying to remember because like my knowledge of Pokemon before Gen 4 is rather limited. But yeah, he had a Latios, and him, Latios and Pikachu KO'd each other at the end of the battle. That was great. Yeah, I was gonna say because that's the thing, right? And I've never really thought about this. Bloody Nora, lightning strikes. I've never really thought about this before, but we only saw 2 of Tobias's Pokemon, and considering it was 2 mythicals, a Darkrai and a Latios, like I don't think Ash stood a chance. I don't think anyone stood a chance. Like, that dude was just on a whole other fucking level. Like, he just had mythical Pokemon. Like, he... Who knows what he could have had as in those other 4 spots. And it took all of Ash's Pokemon to knock out just 2. What I really liked about, I was gonna say I never collected Pokemon cards. Not really. Well, I say not really, like I did a bit. I didn't. I never collected Pokemon cards. Hello. Oh god, the spider's got the high ground! I'm gonna go back and make a bow. Well, no, aren't Darkrai and Latios both mythical? Oh yeah, you know it, Fish. I mean, I didn't really... I'm trying to think if there was something that I did collect as a kid. The one thing that sticks out to me that I did collect, I didn't collect the Dinosaur King cards. They were just something that were given to me because I liked Dinosaur King, really, I think. We got some nice music to end the stream. But the one thing I did collect in my childhood were these little dinosaur figures. I can't remember what they were called, but they were little dinosaur figures. And there was like 12 of them to collect. And I got all of them except one. And the rarest ones were the King and Queen, which was a T-Rex and an Apatosaurus. And I got the T-Rex and I never got the Apatosaurus. I got literally every other one. I remember, like, it was like a weekly thing where me and my mum would go to the post office and I was allowed to get one and then open it up and see if it was a new one. That's the collectible thing that I remember the most. I'm sure there must have been other things, but I can't really remember anything else. But yeah, that's, like, Tobias was on a whole other level, man. Like, he deserved that fucking trophy because there was no one in that fucking tournament that could have stood up to him. I think he could have gone for the championship, in all fairness, because, and that's how the, that's one of the ways that the, one of the sort of elements where the Pokemon, Sinnoh anime actually ends, because it ends with one of the Elite Four, the fire type dude with the big afro, taking on Cynthia and losing. I think Tobias could have taken on Cynthia and won pretty easily, considering he fucking smoked Ash like that. Oh, look at that. And yeah, I think that Tobias could have easily become Sinnoh's champion. Easily. Man had a Darkrai and a Latios as his first two Pokemon. Took on the other gym leaders without breaking a sweat with just Darkrai. That's mental. But yes, everyone, I think that's where we're gonna end. I think that's where we're gonna end today's Minecraft stream. I hope you all enjoyed. It's always, I do like the Minecraft streams, obviously, because they're a lot more chill, and they let me, you know, just relax and talk to you guys about whatever, give you guys my opinions on certain stuff, and talk about the past and nostalgia and stuff. A zombie is not going to ruin my outro. Where the fuck is he? Oh yes, and happy birthday to you, Jacobs. Everyone wish Jacobs a happy birthday. I hope you have had / do have a nice day, depending on, you know, where you are. I'm gonna craft a bow. I don't have like a bow. I have a crappy one. I need to look up which Minecraft song this is, because this is a really nice one. But yeah, I really hope you did enjoy. I really do like these streams because they're a lot more chill and they let me, you know, just chill. You're welcome, Disney. Again, you feel free to ask me. I think you know, if people have, it's funny as well because originally I said that the Friday streams were going to be the trail live streams and that was going to be more of a chill live stream for you to like ask me questions and stuff. And I didn't think the Minecraft live streams would be as chill as those ones were going to be, but they turned out they have been. So, you know, yeah, if whenever you guys have like want to talk to me about stuff and like ask in-depth questions, I think the Minecraft streams are probably the best ones for that, because they are basically my podcast to talk about whatever I want, and talk about whatever you guys want to hear. So yeah, but join me tomorrow night for more Skyrim. It's the first right, it feels like the first Skyrim stream in ages, but it's been 2 weeks because we didn't have one last week. You want to know what was funny? The reason we didn't have one last week was because I was meant to be going out with my friends, but because it was pissing it down raining and certain people couldn't come, we ended up just going on Discord. But we did have fun. We played some games, and we made fun of Jason, and we're absolutely pissing ourselves laughing, because he thought Owen's dad was his teacher, and for no apparent reason I did a stupid voice impersonating him and mocking him, going, "Is that one of your teachers?" And we absolutely lost our shit. I don't know why, but yeah, we just did. But yes, so join me tomorrow for more Skyrim. I'm looking forward to going back to Skyrim, and join me on Monday for the second of the Brilliant Diamond playthrough live streams. Tell you what, that's been doing really well, considering the time it's been out. It's only been out 3 days and it's already got 185 views. That's done really well for a first episode. Well, first episodes tend to do well, but even for a first episode, that's done pretty well. Like, the first Dinosaur King is on 275. The first Jedi Survivor is on 99. First Subnautica is only on 76. First Minecraft's on 89. So yeah, that's done really well. First Skyrim's on 128. That's done a little better. But yeah. So yeah, and join me on Monday for more of that. And next Wednesday, for what could potentially, I'm not going to make any promises because it might be that we do another one. It could potentially be the last Subnautica stream. We'll have a lot to, if it is the last Subnautica stream, we'll have a lot to do, because I want to make a small little aquarium with the different peepers and the different boomerang fish. If a simple little aquarium, that's all I want. And just put them in there. But obviously the bulk of the video will be making the Neptune escape rocket to get off of 4546B and see the ending that I've never seen. And yes, we will be fighting a Reaper Leviathan in a Seamoth. So, thanks a lot, and of course next Friday for more Minecraft. Actually, no, it won't. I tell a lie. It won't be next Wednesday because I'm in London. It'll be the Wednesday after. My apologies. But yes, and obviously next Friday for more of this, more of my Minecraft podcast. But yeah, so thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate all of you coming to watch this live stream. As always, it means the world to me. And I will see you on another another video or live stream very, very soon. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for stopping by.